If you're a veteran with a property, tax exemption is something important you need to hear, especially right now during tax reassessment season. Hi, my name is Jacob. I'm an Army veteran and am now a veteran benefits expert here at vetclaims.ai. In this video, I will go over the 5 steps you need to take as a veteran homeowner. Every year, veterans across the country are blindsided by property tax bills they weren't expecting. And it's not just veterans who don't have exemptions. This is happening to veterans who are 100% permanent and total, people who should, by all accounts, not be paying property taxes at all. So why is this happening? And what can you do about it? That's exactly what we're going to break down here today. We'll cover how property tax reassessments work, the 2 biggest threats to your exemption, and the concrete steps you can take right now to protect yourself. Let's start with the basics. It's important to understand what you're actually entitled to before we talk about what can go wrong. All 50 states offer some form of property tax benefit for disabled veterans. The scope of that benefit, however, varies widely depending on where you live. Some states offer a full exemption, meaning eligible veterans pay 0 property taxes on their primary residence. Others offer a partial exemption, which reduces your taxable assessed value by a set dollar amount. And some states tie the exemption to your specific disability rating, income level, or both. For veterans rated 100% permanent and total, many states offer the most generous exemptions available. But even then, the rules aren't always straightforward. Some states cap the exemption at a certain property value, others require periodic renewal, and in most cases, the exemption only applies for your primary residence, not investment properties or second homes. The key takeaway here is this: your exemption is not one size fits all. And it is not automatically guaranteed to stay in place without any effort on your part. Now let's talk about one of the most common ways veterans lose their exemption without doing anything wrong: property tax reassessments. Counties periodically reassess property values, sometimes every year, sometimes every 2 to 5 years, to determine how much tax revenue needs to come in to fund schools, roads, and emergency services. That tax burden is then redistributed across all property owners in the area. Here's where it gets tricky. Many states offer a property tax exemption with a cap, meaning they're exempt up to a certain assessed value. If your home is reassessed significantly higher and pushes past that cap, you could suddenly owe taxes on the difference. Even in states with full exemptions, policy changes at the state or county level can shift the rules in ways that catch veterans off guard. In some areas, dramatic spikes in local property values, often driven by an influx of vacation or second homes, have caused significant tax increases for longtime residents. For veterans on a fixed income, even a moderate jump can be absolutely devastating. And unfortunately, the burden of catching these changes falls almost entirely on the veteran. Even if your county has everything right, there's a second major threat you need to know about: mortgage servicer transfers. Mortgages are bought and sold regularly in the financial market. This is completely normal and happens without your consent or input. But when your loan is transferred to a new servicer, your exemption documentation doesn't always follow. The new servicer may have no record of your exemption on file, and their default assumption is that you owe property taxes like any other homeowner. What happens next is predictable but painful. The new servicer starts collecting for taxes that were never part of your original payment, sometimes retroactively. Your monthly mortgage payment spikes, sometimes by hundreds or even thousands of dollars. And if you can't absorb that increase, you could be facing serious financial hardship. This isn't a rare edge case. It's a known recurring problem for veteran homeowners, and it has nothing to do with anything you did wrong. It is purely an administrative failure, but one that you may be left to resolve on your own. So what can you actually do about it? Here are the steps every veteran homeowner should take. Step 1, periodically verify your exemption status. Requirements vary by state. Some require annual renewal, while others are a one-time filing. Either way, review your tax assessment notice regularly and confirm your exemption is still properly applied. Always re-verify if your address changes, your mortgage is transferred, or any policy changes occur in your state. Step 2, know your county's tax due dates. Depending on where you live, property taxes may be due once a year or as frequently as every 4 months. Know the schedule so you're never caught off guard by a bill you weren't expecting. Step 3, appeal inaccurate assessments. If your property has been assessed at a value that seems too high, you have the right to appeal. This is especially worth doing in areas where outside market forces, like a surge in vacation home purchases, are artificially inflating local property values. Step 4. Act immediately when your mortgage is transferred. If you receive a notice of servicing transfer, don't ignore it. Contact the new servicer right away. Proactively provide your exemption documentation, even if it feels redundant. A few minutes of paperwork now is far better than disputing a large unexpected tax bill later. Step 5. Don't assume veteran-friendly means permanent. Even states with strong veteran tax benefits can and do change their policies over time. Budget pressures, shifts in local government priorities, and rising exemption costs can all lead to reduced benefits. Stay informed about policy changes in your state because when those changes happen, they're rarely announced loudly. The bottom line is this: your property tax exemption is not something you can set and forget. Between county reassessments, policy changes, and servicer errors, the responsibility of staying on top of it ultimately falls on you. Understand what your state's exemption actually covers. Check your exemption status regularly. Know your county's tax calendar. And the moment anything changes with your mortgage, get ahead of it proactively. Veterans have earned these benefits. Don't let an administrative oversight, yours or someone else's, take them away. If you found this helpful, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss future videos covering the benefits and resources available to you as a veteran.